Hello, my darling subscribers. Oh, this is VCV Cakes again. I want to thank you all for staying glued to my page. The last video I made, I did not make a voiceover. I just added music. And then someone asked in the video how I add music to my videos. So most time what I do is that I downloaded a music from YouTube library and I add it to my video. That is just also go to YouTube Studio and download music, any music of your choice from YouTube library. So on this tutorial, I'm showing you guys how to decorate a buttercream cake, a very tall buttercream cake. This buttercream cake is 10 inches tall. How to layer, how to trim, how to crumb coat, and decorate a buttercream cake. So watch the process. It's very easy, something you can do. You know, I always say that in my video, there is nothing that's too hard. If you are determined to do it, you will do it. First thing first, if you have fillings you want to use for your cake, of course you know you have to use a piping bag. Pipe your cream, buttercream or any cream of your choice around the cake, then you put your filling inside, and then before you put the next layer. So the same applies for every other cake, but this one I am not using any filling. I'm using the buttercream to layer the cake, right? Because it is what the customer requested for. So follow the process and just layer your cakes back to back. If you notice, I'm not putting the top of the cake on each other. I'm using it back to back, like the base of the cake, the flat parts, I layer it back to back like that. That way your cake will not tilt, your cake will not bend, so you can always remove the top from it. Please, that is very important. Note that you layer your cake back to back, whether it's buttercream, whipped cream, fondant, and after that you start trimming your cake, which is very easy. I'm not using trimming disc, I'm using a serrated knife just to go around it. So gradually trim your cake. When you're done, then you start crumb coating. Trimming a buttercream cake is very easy, unlike fondant cake where you have to, ensure that everything is it's well trimmed. Of course, for buttercream cake too, everything has to be well trimmed. Everything has to be well trimmed, but you don't take the process as hard as fondant cake. So when you're done with that, you need a skewer or dowel rod or a piping pipes. It depends on the kind of pipes you want to use. This is just to hold everything together. So whichever you want to use, ensure that the pipe or the dowel rod or skewers, they are not as high as the cake, so that they will not be popping out later. So you trim it a bit lower than the cake, so that everything can go through. And like I said, this is just to hold the cake together. So you can see that this cake is very tall. So after that, you've inserted your skewers or dowel rod or piping rods. The next thing is to crumb coat your cake, because I posted a video on how to crumb coat a fondant cake, and a lot of people were asking, please drop a video on how to crumb coat a buttercream cake. Some people ask, is it the same method? Well, it's not the same method. Like you see here, crumb coating a buttercream cake and a fondant cake is not the same. For buttercream cakes, you just crumb coat with whatever frost you're using to apply on the cake after trimming directly. But for fondant cake, you will have to add the crumbs that you trimmed off, like the video I showed you, or the video on how to crumb coat a fondant cake. I added the crumbs of the cake, so the buttercream, and then I started applying it on the cake. But you can see here that is not the case for buttercream cake. Buttercream cakes, you don't need the cake crumbs and the buttercream. You just apply the buttercream directly on the so that was what I did here. After you've applied it like this on the cake, a very thin layer, it doesn't have to be too much, then you use your scraper and ensure that you So after applying your buttercream generously on it, just like this that I'm doing in the video, then you use your scraper and just scrape everything. Ensure that everything is well scraped. That is the secret to buttercream making, so that you won't have the cake crumbs on your buttercream. One mistake most people make is that when they apply buttercream like this, they just apply the layer without crumb coating. They just apply the buttercream and start smoothing it without first of all crumb coating it with a thin buttercream. That way when you smoothen it, you will notice little crumbs, cake crumbs on your buttercream. Please avoid that. So always ensure that you crumb coat your buttercream cake before you add the second layer. It will make your cake very neat. When you've done that, you see that I'm scraping the top. Ensure that the crumb coat is very neat, so by the time you're adding, and you don't have to wait for it to cool down a bit or for it to firm up a bit. When you have crumb coated very well, you can start applying the layer. And you don't, for me, I don't even put it in the freezer for it to firm up. But if you're in a place where you have electricity and you can put it in the freezer for it to firm up, of course you can put it. But note that you don't do this if you're in Nigeria or any Cameroon and Ghana. You don't put buttercream cake, the one you make with buttercream, you can put in your fridge, because when you do, by the time you bring it out and it's no longer cold, you'll see that your buttercream will start running. So the only one I can advise that you put in the fridge to firm up is one, whipped cream or Swiss meringue, that you can put in the fridge for it to firm up. So when you bring it out, they will not run. But for buttercream, please don't make the mistake, because when you bring it out, you'll see that the cake will start sweating and it will mess up your job. So immediately you finish applying your crumb coat, start applying the second layer. And one secret again is, please, another secret is, if you want to comb your cake, don't start after applying the second layer, you now start using your smooth scraper to smoothen first before you start using your comb. No, that way you also have a lot of cake crumbs on your cake. So immediately you've applied your first layer, your second layer I mean, you start immediately by using the kind of comb you want to use, like I did in this video. So immediately start using the comb. You don't have to use a smooth comb first, then before you, so like I did in the video, you don't have to use a smooth scraper to scrape it first, then before you start using your comb. No. So immediately you have applied the second layer, start immediately by using your comb. That way your comb will be very smooth. You will see you have the buttercream will be very smooth. You have a smooth buttercream with any kind of comb that you want. So here I made this paper fan by myself. The video will be too lengthy, but I will show you on my next video how to make this paper fan using an envelope. So if you don't have, you can watch my next video next week. I'm going to drop that video on how to do a paper fan with an envelope. You don't need to start buying if it is not available already. So this is just the decorating part of the cake. I put my happy birthday topper on the front of it. It's not actually, they said it's topper, it's not topper. The ones you put on the cakes are topper, then the ones you put in front, they are called fropper. I saw it recently on Pinterest. I know some of you are hearing it for the first time. When I saw it too, I was surprised. I thought they are all called topper, but they said any decor or birthday inscription or names you put in front of a cake, it is fropper. Then the ones you put on top are toppers. So please, next week watch my video on how I made this these paper fans from an envelope, from a brown. If you're already here, please, I know I see a lot of nice comments on my videos, a lot of people from around the globe watching my video. I am truly grateful. Please subscribe to my channel. You can share, you like, and then drop beautiful comments for me. Like I always say, your comments motivates me to post more videos. Like I said, your comments motivates me to post more videos, so please keep dropping the comments for me so that I will be dropping my videos for you. And I'm so glad that a lot of people are learning. When I read some of the comments, I'm so excited and super elated that people are finding these videos helpful to their brand. You don't know what it means. It means a lot for me, you know. it means a lot. So thank you so much. Please subscribe, like, comment and share my videos. Turn on the notification bell so that when I post new videos you'll be the one to see it. I do not take your presence here for granted. Honestly, I am truly grateful for having you here in my channel. Thank you so much. Your comments are motivating. Your shares, your like, your interaction, thank you so much. I sincerely appreciate. So drop comments if you have any question. You know, like I always do, I ask, you know, I'll always answer. I always reply my comment. I am never too busy for that, except I don't see it on time. That is when I would delay in responding to your comment. So if you have questions, please ask me, and if it is something I know, of course, you know, I'm going to answer. Thank you so much. And then this cake, did you like it? I made it for a 70-year-old man, ordered by his beloved daughter. I think 2 days ago. I made it last week. Yeah. So please drop comments for me. So this I am spraying on it. It's edible luster dust, and I mixed it with edible spirit, and I just sprinkled it on it. So it will just give it a beautiful look. So if you don't have it, you can omit it. So it's not important. This is the cake, and I hope you like it. Please drop comments for me, subscribe, like and comment, share my videos and interact, ask questions, and I'll respond when I see. Thank you. I am grateful. So what would you like me to drop next? Please let me know in the comments. So this is it. Thank you so much. See you in my next video. Bye.